In this tutorial, we're going to show you in-depth instructions on how to use the path editor in the ComputerCut program. We've pulled up a Ford Explorer and we'll just select the front windows of it and hit cut, and it'll pull it into the plotter dialog window, and you select it in the plotter dialog window and then select path editor, and it pulls it into the path edit window. This is where you can make minor adjustments to the patterns and then save them as your own pattern. Let's just go over the functions of the icons up here. The first one is select all. You click on that and it'll select all the points in the window. This is an undo button, zoom in, a zoom out, a tape measure for measuring distances, and insert a node. These are nodes right here, what we call nodes. So if you wanted to add one, you would just click on that and click there, or delete. This puts a straight line between two nodes. This is a Bezier curve with one handle, a Bezier curve with two handles, a corner tool, a round corner, a slice function, and a rotate right and a rotate left, and this is the increments that it can be rotated. Move in X only, meaning left to right, move in Y only, and move in both directions, and apply. So first let's just do a simple common adjustment that many installers like to do. Sometimes the bottom part of the window is just a little bit too long for many people, or it might be a little bit too short. So to shorten it, what you do is you click and drag a box around the points that you want to move, and then click on one of the points and hold your mouse down and then move it up. The Y is your vertical, so let's say it's a 1/4 inch too long here. So we'll move it up 1/4 inch, approximately 1/4 inch, right around there. And there's the old size, and this is the new size. Now, if you wanted to select other points that are not within the square, you hold your control key down on your keyboard and then click and drag a box around those points, and it'll select those points. And then again, just move it up or down however you want. So there's a simple explanation on how to shorten a pattern. Okay, so let's say you go and you install this window, and up here in the top side here, this is a little bit too, doesn't really line up around the edge. So what you can do is you use the Bezier curves here. Most people use the Bezier curve with the two handles. So click on that, and then you click on a point here, and then click on another point on the line that you want. It throws two handles here. Here's one here, and here is another one here. So let's say it's just a little bit too high at that one point right there, so you can use this one and pull it down a little bit. As you can see, it will move it all around. So we'll just move it down a little bit and adjust that edge right there. Okay, so let's undo that. There we go. So let's just say around in here it's just a little bit too high and you don't want to use the Bezier curve. So you want to put a point about 3 inches in and then adjust it that way. So you click on the measuring tool and then click and hold your mouse down and measure over there to about 3 inches, right around there. And then what we can do is we'll go up here, click on the add a point, and we'll put a point right there. And then if I want, I can adjust it using that point. If I want to get rid of a point, I can just click on here and delete it. Select it and delete it. So now let's say I want to sharpen this corner here. So I'll click on the corner tool and click on a point here and click on a point here, and it sharpens the corner. Or if I want to round it, I can click on the round, click there, and click there, and it'll round the corner. And you can adjust the roundness. Right here is the slice feature. To use the slice feature, you click on it and then click on the 2 points where you want to slice it, and it throws a line between the two of them. This is used quite a bit when using paint protection patterns if you want to reduce the size of the pattern. Okay, now if we want to rotate this window, we'll click here and we'll hit all of them. That selects all of the points, and then you click rotate right and it'll rotate it on an axis to the right, or rotate left. Or if you want it in smaller increments, you can just shorten it down like that and it'll rotate it in smaller increments, right to left. And here, if you want to move the points only in the X coordinate, right to left, so let's say we select all these and we move them only in the X coordinate, okay? We cannot move them up and down, only left to right. Same here, if I were to select this, we would only be able to move them vertically. Can't move it left to right, but I can move it vertically. And if I click on here, we can move it in any direction. We'll click all, and we'll click on that, and we can move this whole thing in any direction that we want. So let's say we made these adjustments to this window and it fits how we would like it to fit. So we want to save it so that it'll always fit how we want it to fit. So here is the adjusted window here. And what we'll do is we will make a copy of it and then flip this copied window vertically. We'll line these up here and then minimize this window and pull in the windows that we would normally do on this car over and over again. Let's say every once in a while we do a sun strip, so we'll hit cut and it pulls all of these windows in here. And now what we'll do is we will arrange all of these. I'll click and drag a box around all those and then group them together so they'll all act as one. And we'll move it over here like this. And then we'll take this window here and put it here. And now what I'll do is go up here and go to Save as my version. And it'll ask me, do I want to save it as my version? And I click yes. So now that we've saved it as our version, we'll go and we'll reconnect here. And I'll pull up the Auto Window Tinting database. And then rather than go through everything, we'll just go to the recents and the Ford Explorer. And it'll ask me, there's a private version of this pattern on your database. Do you want to load it? You click yes, and it'll load the pattern how you saved it. If you click no, it will load the original pattern. If you want to remove your version, just go down here to remove my version of this pattern and click yes, and it'll go back to the original version. So there you have it, a little in-depth instruction on how to use the path edit feature and adjust patterns and then save them as your version so you can use them at a later time. If you have any questions, call us on our toll-free support line 800-348-3193.